Hello and welcome. As part of my 30-day program, the Ultimate Depression Survival Kit, one of the things I talk about in one of the videos for that is mindfulness and how that can help you to live more in the moment, but it can also help you to overcome symptoms of depression. And I share in that some of the research around mindfulness and how it's been found to be of benefit to somebody going through depression, as much of benefit as antidepressants, for example. And if you want to learn more about that, then join the program and you learn more about some of those issues. One of the ways mindfulness is practiced or instilled into us is meditation. And there are a lot of meditation techniques out there that I show you also in the program. But it does not have to be that kind of scenario of sitting down and meditating and so on. I have found in my own life that actually you can practice mindfulness every day in everything you do. For instance, take the practice of tea making. I like to have tea. My favorite is ginger and garlic tea. Yeah, sounds yucky to some of you, I know. But garlic and ginger have been found to have immense health benefits. So I like to make them part of my tea routine. But just take this simple act of making this ginger and garlic tea. In the past, according to my personality, I would rush through everything I do. Whether it was work, whether it was at home cooking, even a simple act like making this cup of tea would be something I would be just rushing through, trying to get through it as quickly as possible so that I can get to the next thing I need to do. And that is modern day life for you. I read somewhere that people calling depression an ailment of our modern day living. And it's very true, in our more traditional lives, before technology and work and we were tied to the clock, I think humans generally had a slower pace of life. But now with modern day society, our pace of life is so fast, so much to do. We're always watching the clock. And you find that you're forever rushing around, finishing one thing so that you can get to the next and so on. And that can be a big trap. Excuse me while I wash this garlic and ginger. That can be a big trap because what happens with that is inevitably you find that you are not enjoying life. You're forever rushing from one thing to the next and therefore not really enjoying where you are at any one time or what you're doing at any one time. So these days when I'm making my tea, I tend to be more relaxed about it because I realize that the practice of making this tea or the act of making this tea is actually part of the process of enjoying the tea. So I shouldn't rush to just make the tea so that I can sit down and get on with other activities. I should actually enjoy making the tea. And this is a simple act of practicing mindfulness. It's about enjoying what I'm doing at any time I'm doing it. So whether I'm at work, whether I'm at play, whether I'm making a cup of tea, whether I am out with friends having dinner, whatever I'm doing, I've learned to practice mindfulness and to just be in the moment and not rush around. That also depends to a large extent though on your personality type. And I'm one of those personality types. Naturally, I don't like to be bored. I like to be doing things. I like to rush from one thing to another. I like to feel that I've made good use of my day, done a lot of things. But I found that with time that just went to exhaust me and also led to not enjoying anything I was doing. And I give those examples, but you realize it can be like that in life. You know how we rush through life thinking that the next thing we're going to will be better and it's something we will enjoy and therefore we don't enjoy where we are now. Take for instance when you're at school, what's the thought that hits you? Well, I'm going to enjoy life once I graduate, once I start working. So you don't enjoy school that much because you're looking forward to graduating and that new life. And things like when you're single, you don't enjoy being single so much because all you're looking forward to is what? Getting married and having children. But when the children come, what happens? I'll enjoy life, once the kids grow up. Once I have the house to myself again. And that can be life for a lot of us, rushing through one thing, not really enjoying it, because we're thinking that the next thing is what will be enjoyable. The next thing is what we should be looking forward to. And it's a shame because we miss out on where we are now and the things we could be enjoying right now and where we are with what we have. So it's things like that that made me realize that I had to slow down my pace. I was always just looking forward to the next thing and therefore not really enjoying anything I was doing at any particular time. And with time, that takes a toll on you. We know stress plays a big role in depression. And so if you can reduce your stress by learning to slow down. Now, it doesn't mean you become inefficient. It doesn't mean you become extra lazy. It just means that you take the time to appreciate where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, the conversations, the sights, the sounds, the smells, just to enjoy it all and just take it all in. Because that is what life is actually, life is about now, right? We're always looking forward to tomorrow, regretting our past or thinking about the past. But actually life is about now. All we have is now. All we can enjoy about life is now. All we can make the best use of is now. And so for me, that's what mindfulness is. Mindfulness is about enjoying now, being in the moment now. And so when I make this tea, I start to realize how the cultures that embrace tea making ceremonies, that it's not just about making the tea. It's about what it does for you mentally, emotionally. It calms you down. It puts you in a certain frame of mind. You learn to appreciate the moment, appreciate the person you're having tea with, and not rush it. And so it works out very well. And so that is what mindfulness has become for me. It's just about enjoying each and every moment, savoring each and every moment. I'm sure you've all had those kinds of experiences. I like my honey too. Driving somewhere, you're rushing home, even risking your life, maybe rushing through traffic, speeding. To do what? Once you get home, what do? Put your feet up and watch TV. And to think that you were rushing, you didn't enjoy your journey, you didn't enjoy listening to music or an audiobook in the car, you didn't enjoy the company of the person you were with in the car because you were rushing somewhere to do something that is hardly important. And even when you get to that thing, you're just thinking about what next, what do I have to do next? So we can learn to practice mindfulness every day in everything we do, whether it's making a cup of tea and enjoying it, whether it's talking to somebody, whether it's being fully immersed in your work. It is all about clearing your mind of what you have to do next, clearing your mind of what has happened in the past, and just thinking about where you are now. Yes, those things, the future is important, but like I said, the future is all dependent on what you do now. You can't have tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, as they say. Yesterday is gone. So the only thing you do, the only time what you do matters and affects your future is now. So that is one aspect of mindfulness for me. And it's very simple. And you can practice it every day in whatever you're doing. You can incorporate it into your meditation. You can meditate once, twice a day, whatever it is. But just learn, whatever you're doing in life, wherever you are, to just calm yourself down and just enjoy the moment, enjoy the smells, enjoy the scents, enjoy the sights, enjoy the smells. It is just about clearing your mind and just letting it be and just being in the present moment. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you can start practicing mindfulness for yourself in everything you do every day. I'm going to enjoy my cup